Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-February 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, future energies between you and the main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well with some additional insight. And after the bridge and gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the King of Staves. So this is Leo energy here, and for you guys, that is your 12th house. So to me, this says that you might have had strong feelings for this person, but for whatever reason, you might have struggled to actually communicate those feelings. And that's emphasized even more so that, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, when you think of Leo season, you think of a lot of life and vibrancy, right? And we see these trees here, all the leaves are gone, so to me, that just represents the passage of time. So to me, this says that ultimately, looks like you had feelings for this person for a long time, but didn't necessarily express those feelings to them. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Strength card. So yeah, this is actually also Leo energy, and what's interesting here is we see the person trying to pull what basically looks like a statue of the traditional Strength card artwork. So yeah, this could just be saying that ultimately they could have felt like they were having a really hard time pulling your feelings out of you, right? So I feel like this aligns with what we're seeing on the past and your side, where I feel like this represents them trying to actually get you to express yourselves, let them know how you're feeling, right? So you might have tried to come across as cool, calm, and collected around this person, and they might have known that there was more beneath the surface, but again, like I said, it feels like they struggled to get that out of you. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Ten of Staves, so Sagittarius energy here. So it's good to be saying on the one hand, the passion for this person might even be growing, right? But again, I feel like there's a lack of an actual expression of those feelings. So now this could just be saying if it's not necessarily directly related to this connection, though, this could also just be saying that you're feeling a little bit burdened at this time because you just have a lot going on in your lives in general, possibly related to your home and family. All right, and present energy on their side, we have the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, so to me this says that ultimately it looks like they're kind of closing off on their end as well, and if we look at the artwork there, we see columns following in the background, right? So it could just be saying that even if this was a connection that they thought could be a long-standing commitment, I feel like this is saying that ultimately they're kind of letting go of the idea of that at this time. All right, future energy on your side, we have Grace. So this is the equivalent of the star card in traditional tarot, and this could just be saying that ultimately, especially as we do start to wrap up Aquarius season, given that this is an Aquarius card, could just be saying that ultimately you might finally get some guidance on what to do with this connection, right? So maybe you'll get some signs and synchronicities, maybe they come through you in dreams, something along those lines there that actually awaken you to your passion, right, and how to express it. All right, future energy on their side, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, so again, like I said, it looks like this person would be open to attempting to get the connection off the ground again, but it's just one of those things where, again, like I said, I feel like they're saying, okay, they're okay with the concept of that, right? They're open to it, but I feel like this is saying that they're not necessarily going to take action toward it, right? And because maybe ultimately they feel like, well, already been there, done that, tried to figure out how Virgo was feeling, but they never really let me know, right? So it could just be one of those things where they're open to it, but they're not necessarily banking on it either. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the King of Coins. So this is Taurus energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that maybe for some of you, you were lacking confidence for whatever reason, possibly maybe because your finances where you wanted them to be, right? Weren't where you wanted them to be, I should say. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where now as time progresses, and maybe even this is a timeline saying that when we get to Taurus season, maybe things will be a lot more stable for you in that regard, and then that'll give you the confidence you need to come forward and express yourself. Okay, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is actually a Virgo energy here, interestingly enough, but what stands out to me here is we see the person off to the side, and they're looking at the couple there, right? It looks like there's light shining down toward them. So it could just be saying that, generally speaking, this could be a person that's quite independent as is, but it could just be saying that maybe as time's gone on, they started to realize that they do like the idea of being in a connection, right? So maybe that's part of what was going on too. Maybe in the past you did pick up on them being very independent, so you're like, oh, I don't even know if I should express that I'm feeling this way toward them, right? Maybe I should just leave it be. But yeah, that's what I see with that. Okay, now moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love oracle card deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but we'll give it a few more shuffles to cut the deck and pull a card. Okay, and we'll take this card here, get this out of the way. Oh, well, that one wanted to stay, so maybe that's for a reason, right? So we'll take a look at that one too. But next we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle. Same situation. I did pre-shuffle this deck as well, but we'll give it a few more shuffles, cut the deck and pull a card. Okay, and we'll take this card here. Get this out of the way now. And we'll take a look at those Messages of Love cards first. So, first we have Awakening. It says someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Now, I do have to say, just based on the artwork, that seems like it could be more likely it could be you guys in that regard, because that's what this artwork reminds me of there. So, yeah, could just be saying that. Again, like I said, given that that's Aquarius energy, I have a feeling like it'll be happening pretty soon as we're wrapping up Aquarius season, but that might be more for you guys in that regard. All right, and we have Unavailable. It says this person is unable to give you all you deserve. Interestingly enough, I could see how that card could fit with the energies on this side, right? No offense to you, but like I said, it just seems like right now you're a bit closed off, and maybe because you're going through your own thing, so once you're on the other side of that, then it looks like you could be more open to the connection. But let's see what the Wisdom Oracle adds to the mix. All right, we have Orphaned. There's the artwork, and the number is 5. So we'll see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you, and will steer you in the right direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. So interesting message there, right? Because between orphaned and unavailable, and then the fact that this is an actual Virgo card on the bottom of the deck on your side, this isn't like more messages for the cross watcher, and it's more so that you guys are the ones who actually relate more to the energy on the right side here. I feel like that's more what this is pointing to. And if nothing else, this shows me that, yeah, it's just one of those things where the timing doesn't seem to be right for you guys right now. Like I said, for some of you, this could be coming up pretty soon, given that that's an Aquarius energy, but for some of you, it might take even longer for you to get to that point where you do, come out on the other side of this heavier energy that you're feeling, and then that'll leave the connection more open to progress at that point. But hopefully that resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.